we can meet halfway in the middle of the world. I can be a sailor, I'd wear that hat for you. In fact, I think I'd wear any hat you ask me to, just to see your face now. Anything for that face of yours. It's something
submitted it. It's like so bizarre that it's just done, you know? Today I was looking at pretty much the best quality songs that I found through the season and trying to figure out how long they were singing for. There were like a few of like 12-hour songs, I feel. I need to, don't quote me on that. And now I'm going cross-eyed. And my only saviour is this fan that doesn't have a safety guard. And I'm scared I'm going to like stretch and chop my fingers off. Time will tell. Clouds have just come in. It's kind of still blue skies a little bit out of the valley I can see. So I'm going to go paddling this afternoon. And hopefully we get a nice blue water arvo. You know that scene in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind when Clementine says, "I'm always anxious, feeling like I'm not living my life to the fullest"? Same. So it really helps me when we get a nice window of rainy weather coming over the island, and I can actually like feel good about staying in the study all day, and really like knuckling down and getting my research done. That's the non-glamorous side of whale research. Something I noticed living in Tahiti was that I actually really struggle living in places with eternal sunshine. What a lot of people don't know about whale research is the data processing that comes with it, which is what I'm doing most days. Get into the office at like 8 and leave at like 6, and that's just kind of like torturous for me when the sun is shining, because I'm always anxious I'm not living my life to the fullest if I'm not lying on the beach. Got a really nice weather window coming through for like the next week where I'll be able to knuckle down and get some stuff done. This morning I had a cacao that my lovely friend Francesca left a little bit of her cacao behind, and I ended up just looking at all these different research stations, mainly in the Pacific Northwest on Vancouver Island. I am constantly learning to live presently because I'm kind of always planning my next move, and things are going to change so much that every time I make a plan something else happens, equally or even more wonderfully. Who knows if I will be anywhere near Vancouver Island. Okay guys, I have 4 weeks until submission and I'm freaking out. Like freaking out. I've had all these like late night meetings with my supervisors because one of them lives in Edinburgh? Where is the University of St. Andrews? Also apparently Prince William went to this uni. The uni is just called St. Andrews and the town is called St. Andrews. Like I should have known that. I don't know my geography, but I'd love to go to Scotland. Our family is Scottish. And our plant badge is the Scots pine. I love that. Pine is my favourite scent in the entire world. I wonder if that one smells good. Baltic pine, it says. I'm just out here on Wikipedia. Procrastinating. I have submission in 4 weeks. I've been having a heap of late night meetings with my supervisors. One of them is in Edinburgh and one is in Perth. Perth, Australia, not Perth, Scotland. One of them's 6 hours behind. I'm like dead in the middle, and then like 11 hours ahead of me is the other one. Like how is the world so big that there are that many time zones? I don't know, but all I know is I'm always the day before them. I'm like living in the past. I don't know. Or they're in the future, coming to me with all their answers. I've basically been meeting with them super late because the only time that works for all of us is when it's like 10 p.m. my night. And then the meeting usually goes for like an hour and a half. I'm like this little like sleep deprived human being. But we just found out that the day after submission is a public holiday in Raro, which is super exciting. I think a bunch of us are going to go to the Motu and like have a little party, play some beach volleyball, yeah, paddle over there, park up for the day, which will be lovely. Oh, my bestie Kate, what does she have to say? Today I spent all day working on my figures. I've got our last Te Reo Māori class today, but I wish I had more brain space to be learning a language. Speaking of, let me just do my Duolingo. Oh, somebody I don't know just gave me a high five for learning a total of 1,500 words. Keep it pushing, it says. Do you guys like some Duolingo ASMR?
Picnic.
Picnic.
Comment est-ce qu'on dit ça en français?
All the time I'm saying this. How do you say that in French? Anywho, the weather has been really lovely today, like perfect study weather, and I think it's going to be this way for like a week, which is perfect. the island's kind of like blanketed in clouds. And I'm just watching them roll over the valley. Nothing new to report here. Oh, I booked my flights home to Oz, which I'm so excited about. I'm going home in mid-June. Yeah. So I submit and then I have a couple of weeks between flying home. So I'm here for a couple of weeks after submission, which is going to be so nice. I'm really, really hanging out for those 2 weeks of just enjoying the island and like being off this mountain that is this thesis, you know.
The experience of getting the book out was probably the longest mountain I've been on, where day after day, week after week, month after month, I never had a moment where I felt able to just chill. It made me miss the hell out of the plateau. I was like, man, where's that energy where I could just take a book and a blanket to the grass?
Super cozy rainy weather today, and honestly probably for the last week we haven't had too much rain, but it's just been like this thick blanket of cloud over the island. And yeah, I'm actually really appreciative and grateful for this kind of weather. Quite often because of the permission it gives me to rest, but not too much in this case. More so it's just making me feel better about sitting in the study and getting my thesis stuff done, which is really coming along slowly but surely. It's like an everyday, all day kind of thing for the next 3 weeks. Yeah, just really excited to let out a big exhale around this time in 3 weeks, and just to not have this huge looming project on my mind and something that's taking up so much brain space for honestly like the last 2 years. It's been a long haul, and yeah, when I start to kind of downward spiral about it all, I just have to remember that the whole reason I did the thesis was so that I could live here and not the other way around, which would be the case for most students. They would pick to do their honours project and then find a project and find a place to live, whereas I found the project and the place to live, and then I decided to do honours so that I could, it was like the reverse circle of that. Sometimes I just have to like zoom out and realize that I get to be in this beautiful study, in this beautiful valley, on this beautiful island, in the middle of this beautiful ocean, all because I had a vision a couple of years ago, and myself a couple of years ago would be looking at me now, super proud and grateful, and yeah, just probably in disbelief. So it's good to zoom out sometimes, and also just to remember about like the insignificance and insanity of it all, that we're really just out here being on the island. It's really helps with that imagery of being like, okay, I'm a speck on a rock in this huge vast expanse of water, and then somewhere out there, if you like sail either for days on end in any direction, you might hit land eventually, and then there's all these other countries, and like then that's just our planet, you know, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. So I feel so much better suddenly. Oh, Jack. What does he have to say for himself? So my friend Jack's going to come and visit me. Not even really visit me, we're like both going to be in Lombok at the same time. But it's going to be really fun actually being there in real time with Jack and both of us surfing together in Lombok. It's going to be beautiful. So that's what's happening, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to. So it is getting me through. Speaking of sailing off into the horizon, this morning the bucket actually left. So 16 local guys, either from Raro or Painua, they sailed off today to Hawaii. It was really beautiful to see the bucket off this morning. Back to the books. You guys, how am I meant to get any work done? I'm just trying to work on my whale stuff, and then you're kidding me. out of here. Excuse me, ma'am. I am going a little insane. I haven't left the valley today, and I've had no human contact because it's a Saturday, so Gustavo hasn't been here. It's not even the human contact thing I need. I need to get in the ocean desperately. So I am needing to go and get some water as an excuse to go to the beach. But I will be back to study in like under an hour. I'm also going to go to the grocery store because the kitties have run out of food and it's my responsibility. So, looking after many lives. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach, gonna get some water, gonna get some groceries.
You get to wear the goofy-looking helmet.
It don't look goofy on me.
Looks goofy on just about everybody. Look at you. It's pretty damn cute.
Final stretch, it's the last week and I'm actually feeling kind of on top of it. Yesterday felt really good. I'm feeling good about my discussion. I'm like tying it all together and it's so nice. It is the most exciting part to see it all come together. To be able to make links and connections with what is already published and say whether or not it has been, like if it's a new discovery, which is really cool. It's really exciting to see that this data is actually full of a lot of new discoveries, or at least unpublished discoveries. So that's really exciting, and something that I didn't know would be the case. You never know what you're going to find, and we've found something really cool that I'm kind of buzzing about. So the roosters are excited, I'm excited, the neighbours are starting their weekend early, the sun's out, feeling good. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of ride yesterday's productivity wave into today. Going to finish the discussion today is my goal, so that I can send off the drafts to my supervisors who have been so patient with me, and so generous with their time, which I'm really grateful for. But yeah, I'm feeling positive, which is a nice feeling for a change instead of feeling overwhelmed. It's still a lot of work to do, but I'm feeling like I'm actually going to get it over the line. I always knew I would, but you do have your doubts, you know. But yeah, the sooner I do, the sooner I can go to the beach, man. I don't know if you can hear that, but man, I love Fridays in the Valley. Everyone knocks off for the arvo and the neighbours are playing like jazz music, but like real, I don't know if it's, I don't know who it is. I need to go over there and like Shazam it. I feel like I'm in a jazz lounge in like New York or Paris or something. They're so cool. Love them. I don't know who they are, don't know who's playing it, but thank you. There really is just something about a warm drink after a cold day of diving. And I say cold, the water temp's probably like 25 degrees. And I am so embarrassed as someone from the south coast of Australia. My like summer diving used to be in a 5mm, probably with a hood, like 7mm on your chest and a hood and 5mm on your legs and arms. And I was like, tropical diving, I don't need a wetsuit. When I moved to Tahiti, I just had like a springy, a tiny little suit from Winky Suits, beautiful ethical brand from the East Coast. Anywho, then that got too cold in Tahiti. After a few months it started to get colder from like 28 to like 26, and then I had to enlist my long Jane, like sleeveless wetsuit with legs, and that did the job just, But then I moved to Raro, and it's like, I don't even know how many degrees of longitude it is south. It can't be that much more south. It's probably like above the 26th parallel. I should know this. I think it's 26. Anyway, should know that, but I don't. But now I'm like such a wuss. I was wearing the long jane, which is like 1 mil, I think. Anyway, basically I was cold, I was a wimp, I was chilly. This is me who wants to like spend next year learning to polar dive and like dive in the Arctic Circle and like go on dive trips from a sailboat in the Arctic Circle. I'm really gonna need to learn how to use a dry suit and then a polar suit. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. It's just little old me and my spring suit against the world and my hot drink to warm me up afterwards. Okay, but guys, I am submitting my thesis today. Like, almost certain. I'm sitting down and I don't plan to stand back up until it is submitted. And that is so wild to say, but I think it is going to happen. This home stretch of thesis writing has actually been the nicest little trot to the finish line. Like, as someone who notoriously has always submitted on the hour pretty much throughout my undergraduate degree, just simply because the perfectionist in me like wanted it to be as perfect as it could be, I would just like stare at it until the very hour and then, or the minute of, and then like hit send because I was like, well, it's out of my hands now, can't get any better because I have no time. But I'm growing and evolving, and I'm actually really proud of the work that I have produced. I think I've done everything that I can, so I'm just going to do a final pass over it, and yeah, I'm just feeling really at peace with what I've produced, which is a really nice feeling. And if that is the only takeaway from my honours year, is that I have squashed the perfectionist in me and just been at ease with getting to the finish line, then that is really, really worthwhile to me. I'm actually really proud. Hey, look at this. This guy just came and joined me for my submission.
Was it a little butterfly?
Yeah, so cute, hey.
Yeah, how many pages is she?
78, I believe. 77, I like that number.
Oh,
G'day!
today.
Hi!
How you doing up there? Hello, how you going?
How are ya? I miss ya. I finished. I submitted it. It's like so bizarre that it's just done, you know? I'm one very happy whale scientist, officially. For anyone that knows me, it won't be surprising that I did not go out. I instead submitted my thesis, and thank you for that. I called my mum and sisters while I submitted it, and then my grandparents got on the phone, and then, I kid you not, it started raining and I was like simply not going out. So I'm gonna get some sleep and then wake up and go and get some pastries to celebrate, and then spend the whole day just like reminding myself that I have nothing to do. I don't think I've ever been bored in my entire life, you know. There is always so much to do, and yet I have nothing to do, and it's brilliant and exciting and endless opportunities. There is nothing that I need to do. Cheers to that. Thank you, Wales. Good morning. It's like 12 o'clock, but I've just had the slowest Sunday. There was like this island-wide power outage, so I couldn't get my bakery treat that I was most excited about, and was honestly the number one reason why I submitted my thesis yesterday instead of today. And alas, I made myself pancakes, had a little stretch. I didn't wake up to an alarm for the first time in forever, in months. It's just been so nice, and oh, it was raining outside, like tiny little pitter patters. Yeah, just feeling like for the last 2 weeks or so, I have just been so excited for this particular Sunday, this day in particular.